second period in AWE, would you vacate the risers, please? Former Patriot singers that are in the audience tonight, would you make your way to the risers? Quietly, students, please, quickly. Look at the number of former Patriot singers that have come back to sing our signature piece, The Lord Bless You and Keep You. Good gracious, look at the folks that are here tonight. Good to see you, students. Thank you for being here tonight. You don't know how much it means to me. Look at some of these students have babies now. Good night. They make me feel old. All right, let me have your attention. Would the audience grant me a few moments, please, just to say a few words, and this is my final concert, please. First of all, thank you for coming tonight and taking time out of your busy schedule, especially my family members and those who've supported me throughout my teaching career, and for good friends and former singers who made it a point to be here tonight. I do so much appreciate it. Look at me so I know you're listening, please. This is important. You know, sometimes I think a teacher is a bit like a station master at a busy train station. You know, we spend our lives sending different students off on their journey of life, and sometimes students make a return journey, of course, like tonight, but often we have no contact with those passengers or students ever again. That is not to say that a teacher forgets. Some students are indelibly ingrained on his memory for good or ill. And sometimes he sees a snippet about a past student in the paper, or sees one mention on the radio or television. Other times he'll bump into a parent or a friend of a student and hear the latest news. Teachers have favorites, of course, despite what it says in the training manuals. But as a course teacher, I found my favorite students were not necessarily the most talented singers, but rather a kind student or one with unique character or a sense of humor. There are also the students who are impossible to manage and who make teaching so challenging and stressful. But soon I will be one getting on the train and traveling to a new life, and I will bring with me many memories, not only of my students and fellow teachers, but also the numerous concerts, state and national festival competitions and awards, singing in nursing homes and worship services, the student essays, cards, letters, and pictures and recordings I have saved throughout the years. And as I remember my teaching days, I can truly say that I met all of human life there. And it is my hope and prayer, students, that it is my hope and prayer that the students I've had the pleasure to teach have learned that their singing talent is a gift from our Creator above, and sharing that gift and its power to elevate our human spirits gives us great joy and pleasure. Well, folks, now the station master is blowing his whistle, and I'm off to see what God has in store for me next. My journey will, I think, be a stimulating and interesting one, and who knows, I may even meet some of those old students along the line. And I hope they can say, like the former student who wrote me a letter 13 years after she graduated, that their days in chorus were perhaps the happiest days of their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, our signature piece, The Lord Bless You and Keep You, and that's my prayer for you this evening.
All right, real quick. Mr. Boyce, you've made a difference in all of our lives. We would like to dedicate this song to you and your 31 years of teaching.
It has truly been a blessing and an honor to be in your presence as long as we all have, and we know that we will take a special part of you and keep it in our hearts as